Test, 1, 2. How about now? It's working now, yeah? Oh, no, yes. Is it working now? Then we go, got it. There we go. Thank you, man. It don't matter. I can't blow this thing no way, man. I'm still working on this thing. So when you gonna put up some videos, dude? I'm waiting, man. I mean, I'm really looking forward to that. I got a feeling you're an awesome guitarist. I'm doing all right, man. I hope you are too. Oh, come on, dude. I mean, I heard you spitting out them chords the other day. Like, I mean, I think you know a little something, something, man. You could help all of us out. You know? Anyway, no pressure, dude. You know. Do what? What you got to figure out? Who's you smarter than a whip? I know you know what you're doing. The only thing you have to do to go live is you have to, if you've never been live, you have to let Facebook know. I mean, down there where it gives you an option to go live. If you've never been live, it requires 24 hours for them to check your stuff, you know? Yeah. What? You haven't. Okay, well, the first time you ever try, when you go down there to hit the go live, Facebook will tell you they're going to take 24 hours to process your information. I guess to see if you got any, you know, whatever. I don't know. But after that, then you can go live. Hit go live, dude, and you on. Like a chicken bone. Yeah. Look, man, I didn't know anything about YouTube either, and I still don't know a whole lot. I'm still trying to figure out how to get up, buy me coffee or guitar strings or stuff like that. I found out I'm eligible to do that, so I'm gonna try to figure it out. But it's just, you know, it's a mess. But anyhow, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. It's good to see you too, buddy. I really appreciate your support. It means a lot. You remind me of another fella. You don't know him, but I want to go ahead and tell you about this young man. His name is Connor Saxton. I think it's Saxton, Saxton, down in New Orleans. Now, when I first started my channel, Connor was always on here trying to help me with, you know, he'd get me to play songs, you know, and some of them get a lot of views because, you know, he's a younger fella, a good guitarist. But he's up in West Virginia or somewhere now, or Maine. He went way on up north on a shutdown or something for work, and I ain't heard of him in a while, or from him. And you told me you was a young fella, so you kind of remind me of Connor in that regard. He was pretty, you know, pretty cool. Thank you. I really appreciate that, whoever subscribed there. It's hard for me to read, guys, but thank you. Do you like Graham Parsons? I don't know who he is. I may have to check him out. Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. I mean, he's a young fella like you, and that's really what interested, you know, struck me. Every now and then you run across a young fella, you know, got some raising. And he's one of them. Anyhow, guys, I've been trying to work on Blackbird. Okay, somebody asked me for Blackbird, and I really don't like it, but I went to learn it. Yeah. And I want to show y'all what I learned about Blackbird if you like it. I really, honestly, guys, it's a beautiful piece, but I don't like it. I really don't know why I don't like it. It's not something I would sit there and try to learn how to play for myself. But I watched about probably 2 hours of Marty Swartz over and over playing this thing. I still ain't got it all, but I got a little bit of it. And the trick is hitting this G string while you're doing all this other stuff. What is it? Way on up here on I'll be on the 12th fret with that. And he made a whole video just to emphasize hitting this G string after you pluck the B in the A, like that. Then you go to your 3rd fret, then you do a little walk up, and I'm working on the walker. Do your 5th fret, then back to your walk up, and you should land on the 7th fret. Anyway, I'm working on it. Yeah, Ransom. Can you random by Lil? I don't know it. I appreciate you asking. I might try to learn it, guys. There's a lot I don't know, fellas. I'm an old cowboy, country boy, really, not a cowboy. All right, let me find my writing stick here. I'm gonna write that down. Ransom. I got it wrote down. I'll check it out. Fans blowing my stuff away. What? If there's any new song. Thank you. Thank you there. Oop, thank you. I'd definitely be happy to give it a whack. I don't know all the chords, guys. I don't have any electronics around me to pull up tabs. I just, go by memory, and you guys, if y'all know a chord progression, I'll play it. Yeah, and that's what this is about, fellas, learning chords. I try to you doing a great job, man. I mean, I ain't real sure why I got these, like I said, man, this last video I did live, man, I think I got 2,800 live viewers. And that just blew me away again, man. I'm getting more and more viewers. I don't know, I guess it depends the time of the day or when you're on, man, I don't know what it is, but it's helping me get my reach out there a little further. And again, I appreciate that. But guys, this is about learning chords. Really, that's what my channel's about. Howdy. Yeah, man, it is. To me, I mean, guys, last 3 weeks, I went from 1,500 watch hours to about 2,000 now, because of you guys and this young man that's helping moderate here, keeping the live going. So yeah, I'm just working, guys. I consider this working my corner. That's all I'm doing. 1,000 years. You're almost at 3,000 subscribers. Yeah, wow, yeah, I am. And I started off with 0, guys. Now, almost 7 months ago, maybe 6.5 months ago, I started with 0. Yeah. Well, I reckon, I'm going at my pace. And, I think I just have to work twice as hard as everybody else, because there's a whole lot of folks a lot better than me, but I don't mind. What now? Imagine 3,000. Yeah, that's a whole concert. It is a concert, especially down in Mobile. I don't even think Mobile Auditorium would hold 3,000. It'd probably hold about 1,500. Can you play master? I can play the chord progression on acoustic for you. I can show you that. I learned it off of TikTok, fellas. I cannot play Master of Puppets. If I had an electric, I couldn't. It's a very extensive piece. It's kind of like Bohemian Rhapsody. It takes a little practice in breaking it down. But I can show you the chord progression for it, okay, if you're interested. You go up here. Now, this is for acoustic only, guys. 12-10 to your power chord on your 12th fret. That's 12-14, actually. 12, yeah, like this. All right? You start there. That's your power chord. Now, I missed it again. Let me do it again. 12 what? 10, 9, 8. 12, 10, 9, 8. Starting on your 12th fret with your power chord. And you do a double lick on that, and then you land it up on your 10 again. And it carries it down to your 8 again. Then you do it. Boom, boom. And that's all I know of it right now, guys. But that is the little acoustic riff that I learned from Master of Puppets. Yeah. And what does that say? What? Notice here, what? Yeah. I'm 69, guys. Yeah. Chuck Norris invented giraffes. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, fellas. I try to play all kind of stuff, but honestly, I'm not here to play for y'all. I'm here to encourage your own play. I try to do enough to hopefully get y'all to watch my videos because I need a lot of watch time on my channel, guys. And that's what I'm doing. YouTube said go live, and so ever since I got that notification to start doing lives, I've been trying to when I can to get my watch time up. Hello, everyone. Oh, well, there's you again. Warms my heart. You got a chuckle out of that. Bless you. Yeah. Yeah, guys. I'm pretty easygoing fella unless you rub me wrong. You know, I'm like everybody else. I try to be decent, try to be halfway civil. I come to learn fighting, you know, all that stuff is like fighting a circus saw, guys. Eventually, the circus saw is going to win. You might as well just figure out a way to get along and get on in the world. And that's kind of my philosophy. But y'all didn't come here to hear that. In it. Hello, nice guitar. Thank you. This is a Yamaha. Yes, look. All right, I bought it in Manila, guys. I didn't even have a guitar about a month and a half ago when I went to Manila. And some of you guys can tell you that? I think he was probably around about then. I went and bought it so I could keep doing lives. I got about 5 guitars, and most of them got busted strings on them. But I bought this one because I didn't want to haul it on planes so I could do these. Yeah. Uh, how old am I? I'm 69, fellas. Yeah. But yeah, this is a Yamaha. It's an F310, and guys, they ain't got what y'all call luthiers down here. And this guy that sold this shop that sold me this guitar, they sell professional to professional instruments. But when I went there to get them to do a set on my guitar, you know what they did? They took out a little Allen wrench, and it's almost too low. If I ain't real careful, if I play it hard, I'll get a buzz in it. But the Philippines is a whole nother monster. Anyway, yesterday somebody asked me, one of the young folks, I'm imagining it was a young person, I really don't know, asked me to do On the Road Again by Willie Nelson. And I didn't know the chord progressions, I'd forgotten it. So I went and tried to learn it, and I want to show y'all the chord progressions. Yeah, I like the Johnny Cash, of course I do. I grew up listening to that stuff, guys. That's kind of like in my bones. But I try to play all kind of music, guys, not just country and western, to make a point. You learn how to do your chords, and you learn a little bit about understanding your guitar. You can play songs. Yeah. Johnny Cash, huh? Well, I hear a train. I don't know about that, but anyhow. I want to end. What does that say? My grandpa always says, I'm like Johnny Cash because I'm wearing black all the time. Yeah, he was a man in black. when I fall on streams like this one, I feel like it's a better place to continue your journey. Well, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Now, anyway, I don't know if that person said requested on the road again, so I want to show y'all the chords, and I'm gonna probably do that a couple times so that person comes on. I make it my goal, guys. If you ask me for a song, I try to learn the chord progression. If I don't know it, I'll go try to learn it. I'm like y'all. If you want to learn a song, you go look at the tabs, yeah, or the chord progression. And that's what my channel is about, emphasizing learning your basic chords and stuff like that, what y'all call cowboy chords, and learning just basic foundations of guitar. And I focus on beginners on my channel and older folks like me. You know, that's really all this is about. Uh, and I got a lot of guitarists that follow me. And they really don't need me to show them anything, but they support my channel. And I hope that you guitarists will go there and maybe, if you want a chord progression, maybe I got a song there you're looking for. I don't know. Please sing and play something for us. Have mercy. Yeah, Big Iron's on my channel, guys. I got about 5,000 views on those two Marty Robbins videos. At least in the short feed, which I don't get credit for. But it's on my channel. I really encourage you to look at it there, mainly because I don't remember the chord progression for it. But I got to do something. What was I going to do? On the road again. I want to show y'all the chord progression for that. Guys, I'm really here to teach, not play, okay? And if playing is a part of it, that's all right. Now, on the road again, guys, starts an E chord. Now, that's a little high for me. Believe it or not, E is high for me. But that's where it starts. On the road again, like that. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Now, that is a G sharp minor. Okay, that's an easy G sharp minor. All right, so it goes to G sharp minor from there. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Y'all hear that? G sharp minor. That's right before your A note there, or fifth fret. And I'm just using a 3-finger triad to make that F sharp minor, or G sharp minor. And another thing you can call that G sharp minor is an A flat minor. G sharp, A flat, whatever. Now you go down to Life I Love is Making Music with My Friends. And that is an F sharp minor. And go to A. I can't wait to get on the road again. Like that. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Life I love is making music with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. And then it goes to an A. On the road again. That's too high for me. I'll try to drop it down an octave. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies going down the highway. Back to this, to your A. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keeps going our way, and our way, to your B7. Then it starts all over. And at one point in there, you got a B. And that's pretty much on the road again. So I hope that person comes back, because I really want them to hear it. No, you don't. Thank you, John, for mentioning that. Guys, you don't. What? Willie's best song is this, Crazy. Crazy, and my love could hold you. What was that gal done that? Brenda Lee? Patsy Cline. Guys, I actually did a version of that on my channel. Now, I used the capo for it. And I probably missed a chord on it, but Crazy is on my channel if you like that. And I'm really trying to encourage you guys to maybe look at my videos. If you ain't got nothing to do, you're really bored, check out some of the songs on the catalog. All right, hang on now, guys. Y'all running, it's going too fast. What's the regular A, and I'm the person who recommends you Blind Willie. Yo, hey, man. Yeah, I love Blind Willie McTell. In fact, I'm trying to learn some more of his songs. He did Wabash Cannonball, A to Z. I found a recording of Willie McTell, guys, before he died. Now, if y'all don't know who that is, uh, that's on the 17th fret. That's a hard one to play. I did a written breakdown in my channel on it, guys. If you want to see it, one of the viewers asked me to play that. No Surprises by, what is that, The Doors or somebody, whoever it is. Radio head, I don't remember. But anyways, I did a description on it. I can't play it because it's a 17th fret key of F thing, way up here, guys. Come on, I can't do this on an acoustic. So first of all, there's 12. Now 17 is way up. Come on, guys. I can't chord here, but I did it. Now, let me get back to Willie McTell. Yeah, Radiohead, that's the ones. What's the difference, by the way? Nice, I do. What's the difference, by the way, of what? I missed it. But anyhow, let me get back to Willie McTell because this is an important history lesson for you guys that I learned from one of you guys. And I want to pass that on. Willie McTell was born in the late 1800s, okay? Or 1900s, however you want to call the era. 18 something, 1890 something. Anyway, he was born late, right at the turn of the century. And he died, the last recording I found of him was in 1955 or 56, where he did some tracks in Georgia. And I got to hear every one of his songs. I mean, every one of them that, they recorded, and there was about 15 of them. And he told the history behind the song, and like, what is it? A to Z is, I'm gonna cut you up, woman, you've been messing around. A to Z, when I get through, you wish you never messed with me. I mean, I love it, guys. He did Wabash Cannonball, the Rag, Georgia Rag, just a whole bunch of songs. And he played the 12 string. Awesome dude. There's a long chord and a regular chord. Jake, yeah, there is. It's from Radiohead. What is your favorite song to play? Any of them I can remember. Be honest with you, I like Hank Williams Sr., Jim Reeves. Some of you guys that have been on here, y'all know what I play. I play old country stuff. Conway Twitty, that bunch. Hurt, yeah, I can do Hurt by Cash too. Yeah, but and I'll do that Hurt for you guys because it's fairly easy to do. But I want to show y'all this riff from Georgia Rag. It's all I've learned of it because the guy that did the tutorial hadn't put up the second part yet. But here's how it goes. It goes in C. It's out of the C. Then we got a step down. And when you do that step down, get ready to go that long A there, like that. To your A7, then to your D7. And I'm strumming, but you can actually pick that and it sounds better. Hey, welcome from yesterday, Wesley. Is that Wesley something? Yeah, I want to know something. Tell me, guys. Music. Hello, Mr. Coors. Hello, Life of Bluegrass. Thank you, buddy. And fellas, Life of Bluegrass is an awesome bluegrass picker. Y'all need to check out the channels of these other guys here. and support their channel. He is, I mean, he's awesome. I don't even know what he's doing here following me because he don't need me. Awesome. Absolutely awesome picker. Yeah, the long A chord. Yeah, this one right here. Guys, really, all the long A is, we call it country A. But it's make your A shape and then, plant your pinky on that fifth fret. Called a long A. And then you go from there to your A7, then to your D7, to your G7, and then to your C for that particular lick. I remember you, Chisholm. Hello, Chisholm. I can't remember which one of these you stopped in. I'm from Alabama. Bro, that's my guitar. Oh, wow. Man, I'm sorry. I just bothered for a minute. You know what I'm saying, man? I'll get back to it when I get through. Okay, well, yeah, look, a peace out. Yeah, 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 like that. Georgia. Well, you up there from old Blind Willie came from. He was born between Little Briar and Big Briar Creek, somewhere up there. And we were talking about Blind Willie McTell. He was a cornerstone, a vital influence in Southeastern blues. And that strikes me, and it should strike Mr. George there if you're in the blues, because that's from the neck of our woods there. So when you think about Muddy Waters and that other bunch, he came along before they did, fellas. And he influenced their style. California, but my family is from Texas. Yeah, all my exes live in Texas. Yeah. Atlanta and Augusta. Yeah. Get the guitar action down. It's insanely high from the manufacturer. I got it down a little bit too low, and it's almost buzzing. I asked the guy to set it up for me, and he didn't do anything but use an Allen wrench. If I ain't careful, if I play this too hard, I got light gauge strings over there, guys. It'll almost buzz. So I understand that, but they're great though. They're great. Now, what was it? I like the buzz sometimes. It's bluesy. Yeah. What? No, I'm Robert's there. Oh my God! Now you next door to me there. Right on up from Robertsdale is Gulf Shores, brothers. Y'all don't know that? That's one of the most beautiful beaches probably there is around on this side of the Alabama, the Floribama line. I used to go down there to Floribama a lot, fish out there off of the bridge. Yeah, that's my stomping ground, guys. I come from there. What, Chuck Norris died? What? Yeah, Gulf Shores used to be awesome. I used to go there. Man, guys, you bringing back memories. Yeah, beautiful. And Fairhope got a beautiful beach. Oh my Lord. Anyway, fellas, here's what I want to do. Somebody at House of the Rising Sun. I can do that, but I want to try to do the request. Somebody asked for Hurt. So I want to show y'all the chord progression for Hurt, okay? Play play what? Play 12th fret finger style. Wow. All right, let me do Hurt though, guys, because it starts in the A minor. I hurt myself today, just so I could be. I focus on the only thing that's real. Now y'all hear that? That's my fingernail. I don't use picks. Let's see. Needle tears a hole, that old familiar sting, try to wash it all away. Still remember everything. Watered by the car, my sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes the way they live. Something like that, or I will hurt you, I will let you down, whatever. It's on my channel, guys. Please check it out. I really need watch time up there. And besides, you'll learn the chords. Now, somebody asked earlier for the Animals House of the Rising Sun. Of course you do. Charlie put a song called I'm Gonna Move to Alabama, huh? I don't know that one. But I know Sweet Home Alabama, and I know a couple of songs from the group Alabama. Because Ronnie Dunn, I think he's up there around North Alabama, up above Anniston, or right there around the Tennessee line. Charlie Patton, huh? I'll check out Charlie Patton too. Anyway, here's House of the Rising Sun for you guys, my version. Something like that. John Denver. Yeah, I can do some John Denver. Practice changing chords correctly. By doing so, you will work way up faster. That's correct, guys. And I had to work on that myself. Okay, anyway, that's my version of the House of the Rising Sun. Now, if you change the tempo of that, guys, you can play Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Well, I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind. Boy, that blew me off. Somebody said Clyde. I ain't used to getting called Clyde. So that's somebody that, yeah, howdy. Wow. Anyway, fellas, this is what my channel is about, learning basic chords and stuff. And, following, just practicing basic foundational stuff. How to identify your notes on your fretboard, how to find your octaves, and basic scales. And I'm going to tell you guys, I know all the minor pentatonics, but when it comes to the majors, I have to sit down and think about them myself. And triads and all that stuff, basic stuff. There was a banjo player. Yeah. Yeah, man, that high stuff is like, hard to do. But anyway, fellas, that's what I'm here for. And I appreciate y'all being here, and I hope that you will consider liking or not liking the video. That will help the algorithm for me, so I can at least show YouTube I'm out here trying to work my corner. Okay. It took too long to make all us this way. So before you leave, sure you don't want to stay. Darling, hold me, or you let love slip away. What? I'm sorry. Country gentleman on the house of yeah. Leave your like. Yeah, thank you guys. Y'all please leave a like. I appreciate it. Or don't like it, whatever. Clyde Bull. Howdy. Well, thank you so much, Zane. I really appreciate you being here. Uh, guys, I mean, I really appreciate y'all asking me to play stuff for you. And the only reason I do that, guys, is to try to get you to watch my channel. I'm really not here to do covers and stuff for you. I mean, I'm really not that great a singer, and most of the songs, you guys that follow me know I don't even know all the lyrics to them. I learned enough to do the verse, the bridge, and the chorus, and that's it. Unless it means something to me, I don't internalize it. So, anyhow, but I appreciate it. Thunder up, 14, 14 thumbs up. Okay, whatever that means, that's great. Now, I'm sure we probably got some rockers in the house. Now you want to get your wah-wah pedal out and, you know, turn up your distortion a little bit and start playing it. All right, what does that say? The pines. Said hi. Smoke on the water. Yeah. It's just a three open chord version of it, guys, and I emphasize open chords. You can certainly play that stuff down here if you know your bar chords or your power chords. But I play an open position because I find it's easier to change key. Now, that's just my preference. That's the way I do it. I'll show y'all another song that I've been working on called The Sultan of the Swing, because that's a pretty popular song. But instead of playing it down here, I play it on the, instead of down here, I play it up here like this. In open position. That's the same thing as moving all the way up and down the neck. It's got a different voicing, but again, if you're playing electric, it probably wouldn't matter. All right, what now? We're on the spaceship Earth. Right now, I'm currently in the Philippines, fellas, but I'm from Alabama. Is that Hawaii? Hello, Hawaii, a beautiful country. Maui. Good song. I don't play it yet. Well, if you want to learn the Sultans of Swing, I can show you real quick right here. Now, I would hope that you'll watch a tutorial on it that I got, or maybe somebody else. But I can show you the open chord right now. And I promise you, if you can make your basic open chords, you can play Sultan of Swing. How did I end up here? I moved here, guys. Okay, now he said sure. So here's the first thing you need to know about Sultan's swing. If you can make a D minor, like that right there, okay? Da, 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 then you make a C. Da, and you gotta go from that C to this B flat quick, to an A. Let's do that again. D minor, if I can find it. Da, 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 da. C, right there to your B flat real quick. Ba, boom. You get that part down. Then, and of course, it'll sound different if you put a capo on it and play it in other keys. That's a very basic. George Rag is interesting because it's not in any key. Yeah, well, I don't know, but it starts here on C. I didn't look in there to notice the keys, but you're right. Uh, I'm trying to follow y'all's text, guys. It's hard to read. Do Harleys in a wire? Okay, that chord progression, all right. I don't really know. If I had to pick a key, Jake, I'd call it C. I don't know. But that's kind of like Jimi Hendrix. You know, Jimi Hendrix, when y'all listen to Hey Joe, a general rule is, guys, the key that the first chord you start on is the key of your song. But in this case with Hey Joe, it's not. Hey Joe is actually in the key of E, but if you play it, you'll see that the first verse starts with a C chord. Yeah. Dolly Parton. Let me see. Now Dolly Parton did so many of them. She sang with Kenny Rogers, Islands in the Stream, or Baby, when I met you there was peace unknown. I said I could get you in a fight this gone, many beat of my heart. I can't even sing that high, Phil. Well, let's see another one she did. Now I'll just do the words or chorus. And I will always love you. I can't even get up that high. And I will always love you. Now, if you want to make it easy on me, I do something. I do some of June Carter Cash stuff, because Dolly Parton probably covered some of it. In my coat and many colors that my mama made for me. Oh, how I loved it and I wore it so proudly. We were poor, but we had love. That's the one thing that it made sure. Proud to be a coal miner's daughter. I done went to 2 songs, but anyhow. All right, let's see what this is. Hey, buddy. I'm doing all right. Okay, what about an A major and D major? It's very interesting. A major and D major. Thank you guys for bringing up this stuff about the songs and the chords. Yeah, I can play her and I'll do another. Originally done in the key of C, major. Okay, look at that. We got a little history on it coming up from. All I'm saying is something out of key, somewhat out of key. Yeah, it probably is out of key. I don't know. That long A, You guys, you have to get way into theory to understand that. I don't know why it works in there, it just does. It works. Because, look, let's just do a little basic lesson on the key of C. What do you got in C? Well, all right, you will hear that the key of C has no sharps and no flat. But when you play chords in the key of C, your first chord is C. What is your second chord? D minor, okay? What comes after D minor? E minor. Then you got an F major, a G major, then an A minor, and then what? Major, major, minor, and B diminished, and back to your C if you want to play that diminished chord. What father he loves Rogers. Yeah, Kenny Rogers. Yeah, I'll try to do one of them for you. Yeah. Yeah. And guys, thank y'all so much. This is a jazz song called Going. Now, fellas, Giant, I don't know the jazz chords. They're beautiful chords. They're all diminished chords. And I know how to make some jazz chords, but I don't play them as jazz. That chord right there. That's a jazz chord, but I don't even know what it is. Jazz is very beautiful. It requires a real knowledge of your diminished chords and stuff, guys. Yeah. Oh, wow. Hang on. That is related to the circle of fifths, yes. Guys, you should get you could download it off internet and put it on your phone. A circle of fifths little thing, take that picture and study it. You'll learn, C, F, and G are the key, the chords and the relative, what is it? Relative majors and the minors and those three little groupings. That is, if you play anything, that's why C, F, and G works, guys. If I hit it. Because they are related in the circle of fifths. You learn that stuff, guys. Your 1, 3, and your 5 chord. And you learn your keys that will help you understand the circle of fifths a little better. And I'm still working on that myself, guys. Tips for dexterity, yeah. Guys, what I would suggest you do is do this little spider walk thing, what they call it. Now that's hard because the idea is that you're supposed to move down to the next string while leaving these fingers planted, okay? And play each note. Now y'all see I got a retarded finger right here. I'm thinking about it really hard to get it down there. That would be one way to do it. Another way would be to learn the spider walk a different way. And I've forgotten it now, but I saw an old jazz player, I watched the tutorial, play it up here open. And maybe some of you guys remember it, but you can play it open. And just practice walking your string. Just practice walking your strings and try to, make them clean as you can. It ain't natural, guys. Y'all see these jazz musicians, my God, they got a finger, I don't even know if I can make a chord like that there. But eventually you will build enough dexterity in your fingers that you can, and I simply do this right here. I just practice this all the time, guys, and that's what I do. Get your dog out, dude. Now, what my father are watching you is possible a little of Kenny Rogers. Yes, sir. Here you go, Dad. Now, I don't know all the words to it, but I played the key of D. Well, son, I made a lifetime off of reading people's faces. knowing what the cards are by the way they hold their eyes. If you don't mind me saying, looks like you're out of aces or a taste of your whiskey. Give you some advice. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. There you go. Or another one. Can you remember when we weren't there? Or you weren't there. And then you go back and do this again. What is it? Oh, when I didn't. Wait a minute. Oh, when I didn't care for anyone but you. I've got that particular song through the years on my channel. It's a pretty complex little arrangement. But it's there, and it's also a Kenny Rogers song. Can I put you on? Yeah, put it on me, dude. Okay, let's do Lucille. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try it with D. It takes a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Oh, let's see. Four hungry children and a cropping. I had some bad times, lived through some sad times. It's time to hurt. It's a fine time to leave me, something like that. Good. I'm glad your dad liked it. And I did a terrible rendition of it. But guys, yeah, you learn the chords, you can play anything. And thank you for stopping in again, Max. I appreciate it. And I'm doing all right, Paxton. Thank you for asking. It looks like Paxton there. And guys, I really appreciate you being here and asking questions and comments, you know. You like my jersey. I don't know what it is, guys. It's kind of tight for me. I decided I'd try to find a shirt with sleeves. Normally I wear these tank tops here. So cornbread, how me but. All right. Yeah, man, I love English muffins. Now I'm gonna turn you on to something about an English muffin. Uh, I don't know if you know this or not. There's a thing called eggs Benedict. Now I never tried this, but my second wife, her father was a colonel in the military, and he loved all that stuff. I mean, I don't know where he got to eating this fancy stuff, but he did. And he said he made me eggs Benedict one day. You take that English muffin that you were just talking about, you toast it. You take you an egg and you boil some water. You can get a little dipper for it, or you just boil it. And you, depending on how you like your egg, but about 5 minutes you boil that thing, and then it comes out and you put it on your English muffin. Then you put tomatoes, then hot sauce, and this thing called hollandaise sauce, and bacon. Oh dear God, Jesus. I mean, that's a meal, dude. It's a lot of trouble to go to, but it's a good meal. Is there a player? No, this ain't a jersey, guys. This is actually, I don't know if y'all, some kind of Filipino thing. You know, they love stuff like this down here. It's just a shirt. It is good. Now you put hot sauce on it if you like Tabasco. I love Tabasco. It really makes it good. But bacon, I like regular bacon. You can crumble it up, or Canadian bacon if you like Canadian bacon. I'm playing a Yamaha garlic ham. I don't know what garlic names, but I love garlic, guys. Spanish soccer team. Yeah, I don't know. And look, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can solve this about this jersey. Yep. I don't see nothing on it. It's really not a jersey, guys. It's just a shirt, and it's really too little for me. I feel like I'm not used to wearing shirts like this. I find these garlic naans in the store, famous in India. Now, there's a lot of stuff I don't know about, guys. What is your favorite song to play? I like old country. Lately I've been playing a lot of Ricky Van Shelton and Jim Reeves stuff, like that. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't really think about how clothes look. I just wore this because it's got sleeves. And I didn't want to come back on with the same shirt I was on with last night. I learned that much about clothes. I don't know. If it'd been up to me, I'd have done it. But if my girlfriend saw this, I catch hell about it. So I figured I better go at least change my shirt. I'm good for another probably 24 hours. Oh, okay. Anyhow, fellas, thank y'all for being here. Yeah, I guess it is a good shirt. I don't know. I mean, I don't really think about clothes like that, you know. I wear old blue jeans, guys. True. I mean, look, fellas, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Now, I'm truly digressing off music here, but I didn't make a lot of money, but I got up to the point before my ex-wife skinned me up. I was making about $50,000 a year. That ain't a lot of money, but for me, coming from, I'm a guy that worked for less than $1 an hour back in the day, so 50,000 a year was pretty good chunk change. But I still bought my clothes at the Salvation Army thrift store, fellas. My blue jeans and stuff. I never bought new stuff. Only time I got new jeans is when, somebody insisted I get some or something, for a wedding or something. Somebody's gonna die or something, or did die. Anyhow, I'm really not big on clothes. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. They serve a function. They protect you from the heat and the cold, hopefully. Anyhow, I am on DP makes me feel useless. Does that DP mean disability permanently? No, you're not useless. Never, never, never useless. God has a purpose and a reason for all of us. Never, ever think you're useless. Yeah, yeah, disability pension. I know, Bingo. I told you that I opted not to take mine because my regular retirement pension was more than my disability pension. But Bingo, look, you are never ever useless. No one on God's earth is here without some kind of plan for their life. I promise you that. We may not know what it is, but we all got one. All we got to do is listen to it. Anyhow, my God. Uh, Fellas, I want to tell y'all something because I saw somebody saying they got that polo or whatever that was. Yeah, guys. Howdy, Jake. Here's, guys, what's happened to all of us. Okay? Advertising. We are bombarded with advertising. this is a psychological fact. If you tell somebody 5 times a thing, and you repeat that thing over and over 5 times, y'all listen to your commercials. Listen how many times they say, buy Ajax laundry detergent. Ajax laundry detergent will keep your clothes, whatever, pristine. Only Ajax has a blah, da, da, da. Yeah, Ajax stronger than dirt. But they repeat that, and they brainwashed us into believing. Well, you got to have a brand name, this and that. And my kids fell into that, guys. Uh, they wanted. They used to call the tennis shoes I buy them Bobo because I go and buy them at Walmart. But they wanted Reeboks and Nikes and whatever it was at the time, Jordans, because they got hooked into this branding thing. And companies love it. Michael Jordan loves every one of you guys for buying his tennis shoes, I promise you. But a shoe's a shoe, guys, that covers your feet. Anyhow, that's my thoughts on that. I'm a retired therapist. Well, I appreciate that. Is that D's? I appreciate that. I really do. I don't know why it does, but I appreciate it. So I'll try to sing something again. If he brings you happiness, then I wish you all the best. It's your happiness that matters most of all. If he ever makes you blue, just remember I love you, and I'll be there for the next teardrop falls. I'll be there anytime you want me by your side to drive away the tears. What? Yeah. But anyway, guys, that particular song is actually played in E. Well, chord, I can't sing it, but it's E, B, B flat. That's the original key for it. Yeah. Guys, any other questions or requests, please ask me while you're here. And please consider hitting the like or don't like on the video. That will help me get further in the YouTube algorithm. Yeah. From Fender Guitars. Yeah, I think he did. I think Freddie Fender, best I remember, had a kind of like Merle Haggard. He had one of them there prison backgrounds, or that kind of thing. A B flat. All right. This is how I make my B flat, fellas. Now this is basically a power chord. You see, I'm hitting the B note, and I'm hitting the fifth here, which makes it a B flat. Technically, you should play it all the way down and maybe mute the E string, but that's a B flat, okay? Or if you chord your guitar using your A shape, this is a B flat, like this. Let's see if I can, I don't even know if I can chord it that way. Let's see. Something like that. That's a B flat. Yeah, you're welcome. Now I want to show you another way to make a B flat. It's easier, okay? If you have difficulty barring. See that note right there? your bottom string, just grab that and go to your third fret and make your A shape like this. Now listen to this. Okay, that's the same B flat that I just played like this. Easier. It'll make it easier till you can get your barring down. Or you could play it in a triad if you can play triads, and that's kind of a hard thing to do. Actually play it like this. That's this string, and this string. And you have to make sure your fingers don't touch. Yes. Yeah. Let me see, I'll do a little San Quentin for y'all, then I'll do a little Merle Haggard because that's the last thing that come up here about a story. Let's see. Again, I'm doing this in D. San Quentin, what good do you think you do? Do you think that I'll be different when you're through? So can you bend my mind and you warm my soul? Just don't alter my blood a little cold. San Quentin, you've been living hell to me. Kind of like that. What about the B flat? Yeah. Ring finger. I'm new. Okay. Hey Chase, thank you for stopping in. Let me show you again, guys, this B flat he was asking about. And let's just get rid of this finger. Don't get confused. Make it easy. Go to your third fret with your A shape. If you can make an A right down here, slide it up third fret. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. I may have told you wrong. Yeah, third fret. That's correct. That's the triad shape for your a B flat, okay? Don't worry about planting that finger here or there if you can't. Just do that. Same with your B. If you cannot make a B, just slide your A shape up to the 4th fret. Now listen to this. Okay, y'all hear that? Now here's the B. Did you hear any difference? If you did, it was very minimal. Yeah, it is cool to find ways around, guys, and that's why I try to encourage you guys to don't get hung up on bar chords, because them bar chords can be a booger for a beginner or older players like me. I mean, they can be boogers, guys. Hello, is that Eric? I'm trying to get out here where I can read your name. My eyes are running together. Eric, it looks like Erie. Yours, Eric Curry. Howdy. Do not like us, Kendrick Lamar. I don't know Kendrick Lamar. What? Coffee? Yeah. Here's what I want, Jake. Let me tell you this, because you're the guys I'm focusing on. You're me. Okay. Watch this. Okay. The problem we have for beginners with bar chords is that we want to plant or chain, this bar first. I call it don't chain your roosters to the porch. The your rooster. This here's your chain. This is the porch. Now let's take a shape, okay, the E shape. Now y'all see that E shape? That's what your basic A minor is. Now, watch what happens if I move that down. Y'all see what happens? My finger's still free. Now watch what happens when I chord it. All day long I can do that. Learning to chord with these 3 fingers especially when you know you got a bar chord you're gonna make, very helpful. You got to do this anyway, guys. If you make a bar chord F, look what you got to do. What is that, your bar chord F? If you make an F, look what you got to do it with. You're not making it with this E shape, you're making it with this E shape. So, learning to bar with these, your basic chords like a D. Now, I don't suggest you try to play all day like this, but you definitely need to do that. Okay? These three fingers, that leaves this one free. Or an E shape. Practice that, guys. It will help you with your bar chord. It's not about strength so much as it is about freedom and flexibility. And it helps if you can turn your finger to the sideways and try to bar on this part like that if you can. Yeah, Cage works like that. Country roads, please. All right, let me see what the next comment is. There's another way to do F chord if you press your thumb on the sixth string. Yeah, there are a lot of ways, Jake, to do this. An easier way to do an F is just like this. This is the easiest F you'll ever make in your life. Right there, that's an F. Those first two strings and that right there. That's a triad F. And all a chord is anyway is three notes, guys. We just play these other strings because it makes it sound pretty. But the three notes there, that's an F chord. Listen. All right, let's do this bar chord F if you're in the bar. I can't even make it. My Lord. Y'all hang on, fellas. I don't use this chord. All right, that's this away, and that's this away. So, easy. Play, Joe Shaver played guitar, even though he lost two fingers. Yes. It saw me like, so did Jerry Reed. He lost a finger somewhere. But anyway, somebody wanted Country Roads. I'll show you all the chords for it. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. That's the G chord, E minor chord, D chord. Back to your G. Yes. Fellas, any other comments or questions, y'all please ask, because I need y'all to do that while you're here. That's what I'm here for. Hopefully to get you guys to interact with me. Yes, he did, Bingo. Yes. Saw a man today who said he'd talk to you. Not so long ago, I guess a month or two. Now I'm broken up inside. Maybe been a week or so. Takes a mighty long time. Get you off my mind. I just can't shake it. 10 years ago. Here's one, and I got 2 or 3 of his songs on my channel. Hello, darling. How you doing? It's been a long time. You're just as lovely as you used to to be. What's that, darling? How am I doing? Well, I'm doing all right, except I can't sleep, and I cry all night long. Yeah. Any other questions or comments, guys? Yeah. Jake, no problem. I retired. I retired from the church, the ministry guys, and I didn't have a big pension. My wife of 30 years got involved with scammers online. She let a greed take her over, and she blew my whole retirement pension in 3 months. So, needless to say, I divorced her. She died. Just too many bad memories there in Alabama. Uh, you know, basically that's it. I just decided to start all over. Yes, yeah, yeah. I try to look at it that way, guys. That gal I married was actually the first, my when I was 12-year-old boy, she started in an orphanage. I met her in an orphanage. I grew up in an orphanage in Alabama there, and so did she. So, I mean, she was an Indian. Her mother was a Cherokee. Anyhow, she was a hard-working lady, but somehow money got into her blood, and she was convinced she couldn't make it without money, and she put money above everything else. And unfortunately, that resulted in us having to part in other ways. I had to. I didn't have no more money left. I had to go back to work, and I wasn't going to ever do that again, so I divorced her. Yeah, it is terrible, but it's a lesson. Life gives us lessons or blessings, and I'm not sure which one that was. I hope it was a lesson because I'm really having a hard time seeing it as a blessing. Anyway, hello, Australia. Okay, guys, that's enough tear in my beer stuff. What else y'all want to know? Here we go. We're gonna do a tear in my beer. That's it. There's a tear. There's a tear. There's a tear. I can't even find a key. There's a tear in my beer, and I'm crying for you, dear. You alone, my lonesome mind. There's a tear in my beer, and I'm crying for you, dear. You are on my lonesome mind, something like that. I'm going to keep drinking, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, you make lemonade when you get lemons. Yes, you do. Look, I want to do this because maybe that person is here now. Yesterday, someone asked me to play On the Road Again by Willie Nelson. Okay? Now, I had forgotten the chords to it or couldn't remember them. So, for that person, if you're here, I want to show you this chord progression because I went back to learn it after I got off here. I really try to learn songs that you guys asked me to play, especially if you follow me. That's what I do. So here's On the Road Again for you, and I'll show you the chords for it. Starts in E, by the way. On the road again, just can't wait to get on the road again. To a G sharp, Al minor. Life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. There we go. Anyway, that's the chorus for that, guys. I try to do my best to play songs that you guys request. Uh, and I do that for a reason, to emphasize learning chord structures, guys. That's really all this is about, learn your basic chords. Howdy. And of course it helps the, the look, feel of the lyrics, I reckon. At least so you know what the chords are. Your chords, guys, learn your chords. Okay, Jack, whoever Jack is. Okay. Yeah. All right, maybe Jack will get a girlfriend here. Who knows? Hello there, Matthew. I'm back. Sergio. Well, hello, Sergio. Thank you for stopping in again, my man. Guys, I'm just really here trying to get y'all to watch my channel up there. What? 3-chord, record. Yeah, John, I like that. Well, a 3-chord record down in a contract. Giggle. Yeah. I like Neil Diamond. I sing it way too low, but I got a capo here. I may try to show y'all something about a capo. LA's fine this time of year, lots of sunshine and laid back. Pine trees grow and the palm trees blow and the rent's low. Sometimes I think about making my way back. I am I am no one earth, not even a word. I can't even say why. Leaving me lonely still. Now, I should probably sing that higher, guys. And the tip of advice, if you can't sing a song in a key, then learn it in another key. And that's what I'm fixing to do. I'm fixing to put this capo on here and see if we can bring it up in pitch for me so it's not so low. Now, I don't know if I could do it there. I'll try. I am my Clyde. I am my Savior. No one there, not even a chair. I can't even say why. They're leaving me lonely still. Capo really helps, guys. Or changing keys like this young man suggested. And if you don't know how to use your capo, you should learn that. And if you're a beginner, get you one. Okay? What they do is every one of these things right here is a half step, guys. Every time you put a capo on your doohickey. Now that A that I was playing down here in the open position, before I put the capo on it, now guess what the A sharp is? Now the A is an A sharp or a B flat. When I start in the key of A. That's a little higher. So days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Sing us a Jesus song. try me, Lord. If you think there's a way I could ever repay all the kindness you've shown, maybe, Lord, I show someone else what I've been through myself on my way back to you. Lord, help me, Jesus, I'm wasted, so help me, Jesus, I know what I am. Okay, I just went up and down in an octave because of the capo. Anyhow, there you go. And appreciate it. What's up, pretty chords? My favorite chords. Any of them I can make. Play 6 days on the 6 days on the road, and I'm gonna make it home. I really don't know the chords to it, the chord progression. Well, I never knew the difference between a woman and a lady. I'll take anything from 1880. Woman's riding, and I'm gonna make it home. I don't know. Let me give it a try. I really don't know the chords to it. I never knew the difference between a woman and a lady. I'll take anything from 1880. Woman's shining, and I'm gonna make it home. I don't know it. I'm just trying to whack at it. Anyway. And somebody asked for Wonderwall. No, not Wonderwall. What is this? Falling, free falling, and I'm free falling. I think that's D, G, and A. Doobie Brothers. Jesus is just all right with me. Jesus is just all right, oh yeah. That's about all I know. Interesting story about the Doobie Brothers. I don't know the chord progression for that. All right, let's see what that says. Maybe you got the chords for me? Okay. It says play in E minor and back E minor and what? And A. Let's try that. That makes me think about my sweet Lord. My sweet Lord. My sweet Lord. I really want to see. Where'd I go after that one? Yeah. Since you're trying to learn Blind Willie, I recommend a channel called George. That's probably where I learned what I learned of it. And he only did one lesson I could find, and it was this. That's all I got out of that one lesson. Okay, F sharp, E, and F sharp, B, and E. It sounds really really good in E minor though, guys. I'm gonna tell you, that sounded like a man. Maybe I could use the B and use that F sharp minor, or E. That don't sound right to me. My sweet Lord. Where'd that happen? Maybe G? G minor? G sharp minor? I don't know. George Harrison. Yeah. Yeah, James Taylor, guys. I got one of his songs, "Fire and Rain." It's on my channel. I can't remember the chord progression. Actually, I think I played it with a capo, but it's on my channel. And I'm sure there's an open chord rendition of it. I don't know it. E major is the root. Okay, thank you for that chord progression. And guys, that's what I want you guys to understand. Chord progression. I told y'all, guys, I'm just like you fellas. A lot of you guys are better guitarists than me. My focus here is to get you guys to pick up your guitar and play it, and maybe watch some of my videos for the beginners and maybe the older players that put your guitar down. But yeah, I want this to be about a learning forum, guys. That's what I want this channel to be. I don't want it to be about, hey, look at this old man playing songs for us. It should be about a learning forum for all of us. What? What does that say down there? With a cute cat. Oh my Lord. Maybe we'll get a romance going here. I say, do you know the song "I Shall Not Be Moved"? No, Jake, I don't. Uh, who wrote it? I can look it up. I don't know it. But there's so many of them I don't know, guys. I'm just like y'all. I am y'all. I'm just on the other. I'm just on the other end of the camera right now. You know, guys. I'm like y'all. It's the gospel. I shall not be moved. Can you do Master of Puppets? I can show you the chord progression for an acoustic guitar. I can't do it, and it's only the intro riff. But I'll be glad to show you if you want it there. Is that Harris? Yeah, sure. Okay, Master of Puppets, guys. Now this is an acoustic version. It's 12 fret power chord. 12, 12, 10, 9, 8 with your power chord like this. Watch it again. Then 10, 9. And then it's got some bar chords down here that I don't know, but that's it. Basically 12, 10, 9, 8. Okay, that's the first little part of that. Then 10, 9, 8. That's all I know of Master of Puppets, guys. Yeah. Can I see the shirt uh, I have on? There it is. I don't know what it says. Something about, I don't know. I don't know what this is, guys. I really don't know. It just looks to me like a patch. Yeah. No, it could be a little bit of both. Mine's same, guys. Usually when your strings buzz, they set too low. And that happens when you try to set the action low so it's easy to chord. Or it could be something to do with you needing to adjust your, what they call this thing down here, the bridge. Uh, back when I played, guys, we just loosened the string and put a matchstick, up under the nut here. Now that, I don't recommend that, but that's what we did. We just cut off a little piece of mat or something, put in there to lift the string up a little bit. Peter Frampton's brother, Metallica. Yeah. How do you turn the action up? Well, you need to get, first of all, you need a luthier for that, or what they call a luthier. Somebody knows how to work on guitar. Or if you ain't got nobody like that, get you an Allen wrench. Um, I know you know what they are. They usually come with your guitar. And go in here and just adjust it a little at a time till you see if that helps. Uh, Guys, that's all I can tell you. On no piano, name, Tower, Crazy Train. I love Crazy Train. Ozzy So Tough. Yeah, who's your inspiration for guitar? My uncle. My uncle was a band musician, a studio musician. I don't know what all he was. All I know is he dressed nice, shiny cowboy boots, a suit, one of their Stetson hat, and always gone playing music. When he come back around, he played there at the house with my daddy, and they'd sit out there and play old country songs, and that's how before I was old enough to walk good, yeah, before I was old enough to walk good, guys, I listened to guitar. And yeah, Hammy, the piano player, you ain't got to like it. It's okay. Yeah, you're at a hotel. Wow. Well, I hope your trip is a safe one there, because if you're at a hotel, that usually means you're on a trip. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay to talk. In the Philippines, guys, that's normal. They have a full month Christmas here. So we're going to start hearing jingle bells about September. Around here, August, September, October, November. Yep, around September. Yes. It's just, to me, guys, this is just I really don't know how to explain. It's just a part of who I am, I reckon. It's become a part of me, and little girl started flirting with me. Hey man, that's cool. Go for it. Just be careful. Go for it though. Look, maybe you might get lucky, dude. Who knows? Just be nice to her. What now could you smoke on the water? Yeah. Yeah. And a translator. Yeah. Smoke on the water, guys, is easy, powerful. Easy going. Okay, that's why I play Smoke on the Water. I don't know where else to go with it. That's it, guys. If you guys an acoustic now, you turn up that dirty wah wah or whatever make it sound like you want. Wow thing, boom. It's really the same chords. A different tempo. Wild thing. I done forgot. You make my heart sing. Bow, bow. Or Pretty Bird. Just the same chorus, different tempo. If I leave here tomorrow, would you even know why I came? I'm as free as a bird now. Pow, 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 pow. And this bird you cannot shame. Pow, pow, pow. Okay, guys, before my fingers get tired. Ah, don't worry about it, Tyler. Keep doing it, buddy. Start streaming, and I promise you, if you're in my subscription list, I'll follow you back. Guys, I started with zero. I appreciate that. I'm just pretty good at rhythm. I don't play a lot of extensive guitar, guys. I'm just pretty decent at rhythm. Half the time, my mojo's on. Can you play an electric? Yeah, I gave it away an electric before I came here. I'd love to get one. Because the electric, guys, is easier to bar, and you can get 17, 18 frets on your electric pretty easy, or 20, depending on how it's fretted. You use and what you conscious of when you jam. Okay, the scales, guys. Uh, when I jam, I really don't think about scales. I think about keys. Now, actually, a key and a scale are kind of the same thing because they're the notes or the keys in that song. But I think mostly about the keys, and I think about staying in that chord progression or the key. Uh, Other words, if I'm playing a G, I'm not going to jump down here and do a C sharp minor, and if that's not in that family. And how would I know if it's there or not? Well, you have to know your keys. So that's what I do. I think about keys mainly. And as far as scales, I would encourage you to learn your C major scale. You can play it all over the neck, but learn to play it in some open positions up here, and your A minor pentatonic. And if you want to, guys, later learn how to make your, scales. Like on one string, I can make a scale for any chord right now because I know the formula, and that's on one string. But you need to be able to do this all over the fretboard by learning your shapes and other things that are a little more advanced that you might want to consider looking into. Yeah, I had an Ibanez. Uh, I think they call them Ibanez. I used to call them Ibanez, but Ibanez. That's the one I gave away before I left. I've had a Jackson, guys. I don't know how many I had. I gave it away because I didn't want and a mixing board and an amp because I didn't want to have to pay to haul it, internationally. So I just gave it away to a fellow that was interested in music. I thought it would inspire him to play. Tech issues. My tech issues or yours? Oh, hello, welcome back. I hope you got your tech issues resolved. Anyhow, any other questions, fellas? Y'all please ask me, leave a like, don't like, comment, whatever. Uh, I had people ask me, where's your teeth? Well, I'll even show you where they are if you want them. I got them in a bag over there. I don't wear them. Anything, guys, is okay. Favorite band? I don't know, guys. I grew up listening to everything y'all, well, not y'all, but, everybody my age did in my era. Uh, I think the Rolling Stones were one of my favorite rock bands. And as popular as the Beatles is, I would put them second, but actually, it's a matter of opinion. I like the Rolling Stones. I'm 69. No, ain't no, don't be sorry, just ask. I ain't like, women might be, giddy about telling their age, but it don't bother me. In fact, I'll be 70 in April, so I consider myself blessed up to this point to make it to 69. How many I got about five around here. I've got a classical guitar down at the other house. I've got, I'll show y'all. Two there. This is the case for that one, and I got one in that with a broke string. I got another one somewhere over there. Y'all let me put this down. We're going to guitar tour. This is Trigger. This is a little $40 guitar I bought here in the Philippines. The strings need replacing. It's got a pickup and some, I don't know if it works or not, I ain't never tried it. But it's a cheap guitar. And I use it just because it's easier, like a parlor guitar. And I'll show y'all this other one that I have. Actually, I'm just the gatekeeper now. I gave this guitar to my girlfriend's daughter. It's a Taylor. I busted the B string on it trying to tune it, so I haven't replaced it. This is a custom-made Taylor. Anyway, and the classical, like I said, is down at the other place. All right, we've been on guitar tour. Yeah. Yep, guys, look, bear with me. Time out. I got to get a guitar. And I'm just going to use this one because it's easy to manage. The strings are dead, and it may not even be in tune. And y'all can see the frets. Look at those strings. See how high they sit up? I can't even chord on this thing down here. But I use it. Anyway, for this, it'll be all right. Yeah, I'm in the Philippines. No, I gave my electric away, like I said, before I came here. I didn't want to haul it here. Uh, and I gave away a friend of mine's mixing board. And he's probably still pissed about that. But I called him to come get it, and he did. And an amplifier. He was a minister from a church, so I'm sure he'll get over it. I gave it away. I just gave it to somebody. Yeah, it's terrible action. What's your opinion of heavy metal? It's okay, guys, if you like it. Everybody's got their own vibe. What is it like? It's hot. Philippines, where I'm at, is the third world country, guys. It would be like living in the woods. If if you're in the city, it'd be like living out, what, in a rural area, something like that, way out in the woods. Down here they call it the jungle because it is. Yeah, we have power outages. We don't have steady internet. We don't have steady power. It may go out for a day. It may go out 2 days unannounced. We don't have all the amenities that you're used to there in the States. Yeah. Again, this is third world country. Yeah, the boonies. We would call them the boonies. Down in the boondocks, down in the boondocks. Yeah. If you guys know anything about Alabama, you can equate it to Balabatry. If you ever heard of Balabatry. And then not in the city of Balabatry, out in the boonies, like you said, boonies. No, but some of them are. Look, uh, this is actually pretty decked out because her daughter and I have spent a lot of money on this place, but they are just dirt floors and bare minimum concrete. I mean, barely, in some of these houses. They're tin roofs, guys. Yeah, no, but everything out around me is dirt. We don't have no concrete out here in the village. The only concrete is the little piece going up to the church there, and if some of the neighbors have, tried to make a little drain system, but most of it's dirt. Yeah, and tin roofs. Look, I'll show you. Y'all take a look at this. Y'all see the bars out there? That's my porch. That's a wall, guys. That's what they call a wall. Now I paid $200 for all that little metal you see out there to go around. But you see the roofs over there, and right over there, farther away, that next big building is a church. Yeah. Anyhow, that's the Philippines, fella. Now, I knew this girl here. That's why I came to this village, or otherwise I'd be somewhere else. Yes, it is hard living in the Philippines, depending on your lifestyle and what you're used to. Now, if you're a city fellow and you like all the amenities of a city, yeah, it's hard because you're not going to have it in the province. But if you go and live in a big city like Manila or BGC or Dumaguete or Cebu, then you'll have a lot of those conveniences, but it's still not going to be the same. And then the cost of living is going to be increased. Yeah, I knew the USA is more with the Iran guys. I ain't got nothing to plug it into. No, I keep it around uh, to make chords and to practice on. The strings are dead, they're warped. The neck action is terrible. It sits up this high. Y'all can see this. Look, I'll show you again. Y'all can see it real well against my black shirt. Y'all see how high that sits up there? I mean, I'm talking about high, fellas. Yeah, yes. Yeah, I'll keep it around just because, well, it still makes a sound. Let's see. Sweet home Alabama, Lord. Bam, bam. Lord, I'm coming home to you now. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, so it's still chords. And here's another Alabama song. This is the first one Ronnie Dunn and Kix Brooks had together as a hit. I saw the light, I've been baptized. Let me get it again. I saw the light, I've been baptized by the flame of your touch and the fire in your eyes. Born in love again, I'm a brand new man. 3 chords, guys. On trigger. Thank you. Yes. Any other questions or comments, fellas? Yes. Yes, guys, I'm aware that there's a conflict going on with the United States and Israel and Iran. My prayers go out to all innocent civilians, uh, and ask that God watch over them and touch the leaders' hearts if such a thing can happen. Uh, but anyhow, yes, thank you. I'm aware that that's going on. Any other questions or comments, guys? Please ask. Well, I have money to tell you what I do. Go downtown, buy a Mercury too. She's crazy about a Mercury. Crazy about a Mercury. Gonna buy me a Mercury and live down the road. Well, the girl I love stole it from a friend. He got lucky, stole it back again. 'Cause he's crazy about a Mercury. Crazy about a Mercury. Crazy about a Mercury. Gonna move it up and down the road. Something like that. Fellas, please, any questions or comments? Thank you for being here and get you some rest. I appreciate it so much. You guys, that's all right, Bingo. He'll be all right. Uh, I appreciate your time and you being here. Y'all have a good night wherever you are. And stay safe, Thank you so much. Anyhow, thank you guys that tuned in Florida. It's 103. Oh my God, man, you need to get some rest. Yeah. Whenever I get a chance, guys, if you guys subscribe, hopefully y'all will see a notification. Please turn on the notification. It would help me. You'll think I'm spamming your channel. I try to do this every day, a couple times a day, sometimes 3 times a day. While the internet is holding up, guys, I can't really give you a schedule. I just do it as often as circumstances allow it. Wow. It's early morning. Wow. Thank you so much again for stopping in. Slim Dusty. No, I haven't yet, Bingo. I haven't, but I will. I will. And thank you, JPT, for stopping in, buddy, and have a safe night. I'm going to look at Slim Dusty. You told me it's an Australian country singer. Yes. Any other questions or comments, fellas? Please ask me. I'd be glad to answer them if I can. Yeah, that's cool, dude. Appreciate it. You take care and stay safe. And thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Fellas, any other questions or comments? Hey, Bingo, can you tell me the name of the song that Slim Dusty did? When I get off here, I'm gonna try to look it up right now. Do you know one that you would like? All right, I I guess I'll play a little more because I don't want to bore you guys sitting there looking at the old man. I reached out my arms and I touched you. Softly I whispered your name. You're not old. I don't know. Age is a relative thing, but my bones feel old, fellas. And when I look in the mirror, I don't see the same 20-year-old fella full of piss and vinegar that I used to see. So let's just call it changing. I had your love on the tip of my finger, and that was as close as I came. Good afternoon. I can't, my, I can't really read. Guys, my glasses are old ones, and Wasn't? Is that at Wasson? It's what Wesson. What Wasson? Well, I thank you for that. As was once. There we go. A carpenter. Thank you. Here's one for you then by Johnny Cash. It's an old one. If I can remember the words and the chords. If I were a carpenter, if I were a carpenter. Let's see. Singing love to sorrow, I'll give you my loneliness. Give me your tomorrow. If a thinker was my trade, would you still love me? Follow behind me with the thoughts I made. I don't forgot. But if I was a carpenter, you were a lady. If I were a carpenter and you were a lady, would you marry me anyway? Would you have my baby? Something like that. Do you know Country Roads? Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that, Jake, because I can't play the chords half time. I miss them, forget them, or something. Uh, but whoever asked for West Virginia, I hope you're talking about Country Roads, because that's only West Virginia I know. And then there's Colorado Rocky Mountain High. I think it's a G, C, and D, but I don't know the words to it. Well, thank you. Well, Jake, I appreciate that, but, you know, we all on different levels. And, you know, you got your own style, and I got mine. I try not to compare myself to other guitarists, because if I did that, I wouldn't pick up my guitar. I mean, there's so many great guitarists. But thank you for the compliment. Just understand your style is your style, and mine's mine, really. Anyhow. Somebody asked me for Bohemian Rhapsody on one of these lives. Now, I guess they thought I couldn't play it. Well, at that time I couldn't, but I'm learning the chords for it now. It's a Queen's thing. It's a pretty complex piece to learn, though. Here's the basic chords for it. You got a G, you got an E minor, you got an A minor, and then you got this, and you got the yes, you can, no, you can. Yes, I'm just poor boy, nobody loves me. A lot of minor things in it. Then a lick. Mama, whatever, I'm learning. But anyhow, I wanted you guys to see that. Yeah, Paul's live. Call me Paul. My old Paul's out there in the backyard doing something. Come get him before he hurts himself. Let that fool kill himself. Anyway, let me see. One of the guys asked me in a live, fellas, for a song by Willie Nelson. They said that their dad was in the hospital, or they were in the hospital or something, and they wanted to hear that song. And I didn't know the chord progression yesterday, so I got off here and learned it. And I don't know if that person's been back on, but I want you to know, I want to show you this chord progression for those of you that are here. How old are you? I'm 69. Yeah, I got a capo. I could talk to you about it if you want to know something about it. Okay, and there's a, yeah, look. Yes. Here's the deal about the finger picking guys. Now, I wish I knew Team Spirit. Justin, I may have to learn that. I keep hearing that pop up. Who does that? Who does Team Spirit? But the finger picking thing, guys, if you learn, your classical way to pick, however that is, if you want to sign this finger to A and what, E and A, and maybe some fingers here and whatever. I don't do that. I just intuitively use my fingers, guys, and I don't know how to explain it other than that. I rely on my instinct. Uh, and that's not good play, you know, foundation to play with. And I wouldn't suggest it. I'm just telling y'all that's what I do. Were you ever a part of a band? I played some rhythm a couple of times too. Nirvana, okay, Nirvana. I'll check Teen Spirit out. But I'll show you what I mean by picking, guys. Uh, I'm gonna use Sweet Home Alabama for an example. All right, now instead of sitting my, classical whatever, most of the time I pick with my thumb. To be honest with you, Sweet Home Alabama. Now y'all see what I did? I picked around the root of the chord. Y'all see where my thumb is now? And this one here hit something if I thought it ought to hit it. That's the way I do it. That's not formally, probably not even correct. That's just what I do. I find that the melody of most of these songs are in the root of the chord. Anyhow, uh, Blackbird is one of them songs that you require pension, and I'm learning Blackbird because somebody asked for that. Let's see if I can do it. Where is that 12 out of 50? That thing, okay? That's a pension. It requires a technique, and but I use just whatever feels good to me. One first song, and I ain't got it down all the way yet, Justin. I just started playing Blackbird, fella. The reason I started learning is because everybody kept asking for it, and I didn't know how to play it. And I still ain't got the whole lick down. I've probably watched 2 hours worth of videos on it. Hello in the Netherlands. I could have been in the hut. I'm probably still in the same hut. You probably see, I'm in the house. It actually looks like a hut from the outside, but this is inside. I'll show you guys, just, since ain't nobody here. All right, this is the inside of the house. Now, we have a ceiling up there, but most of these houses don't. And, oh yeah, tile on the floor. Most of these houses don't. I had that stairway built. I'll show you, let's do a tour. This I had built when I came here. Y'all see here we have a tile. Over here, Filipinos are big about leaving your shoes outside. It's some kind of Eastern thing. But I built this and I built an upstairs. I had it built. And there's my mascot. He's just sitting here chilling. But look here on, you see that tin on that roof over there? You see that lumber over there? That guy sells lumber. Those are pure raw coconut trees that were cut down and cut into, lumber by a guy with a chainsaw. And that's the church over there. Anyhow, all right, that's probably enough of touring. Change what? Hang on, fellas, I don't know what I've done. I really don't want to. Oh my God, I've done something. What the heck have I done? Q&A. I don't want a sticker. All of a sudden now I got this little old thing. Let's do a poll. Maybe it'll do something. All right, poll. Ask a question. Your favorite band. Okay, this thing came up on YouTube, guys. Says ask a question to the viewers. So I will. I might as well try this. Maybe it's the only way I can get back to my screen. Man, this is terrible, fellas. I hope I hadn't lost y'all. All right, there we go. Start a poll. All right, guys, I didn't mean to start no poll, but what happens when I took y'all on the tour, let me move this thing. I lost my connection, and it said start a poll. So I'm starting a poll. You're in Iron Maiden. Yes, it's a yes or no. Okay, well, I don't know what it is. Do you like Alabama? Yes or no? Do you like Metallica? Yeah, or just ignore it, guys. I don't know how to get rid of it. I don't know what that is. And anyway, it's blocking my screen. If I knew how to get rid of it, I would. But just ignore it. You voted yes. Okay, well, good. Let's vote yes. What? How's the food? It's terrible, Jake. I don't like it. I weighed 235 pounds when I came here. I'm down to about 170, soaking wet now. Of course, it's probably been good for my health. All the foods we eat in the States got so many preservatives and things that aren't good for us. And over here, they don't have that. You ain't gonna find no Tyson chicken over here. You ain't gonna find no, they don't use a lot of preservatives. In fact, you liable to go down to the market and find your chicken hanging out in the heat. Yeah, so you need to get them chickens early in the morning and get them to a refrigerator. I don't know if they got edible insects or not. Slim Dusty's saying gum trees. Okay, I'm gonna look at it. I'll look at it. gum trees. And guys, again, y'all can ignore the yes or no thing there. It came there uh, when I was doing a tour outside, and I couldn't get rid of it on my screen, so I figured I had to put it there. I really don't know how to get rid of it, so just ignore it. It does say yes or no, somebody said. So if you guys like the channel, y'all could hit yes or no. That'd be a good reason to use. I don't know. Do something with it or just ignore it. I can't get rid of it. Bar chords, yes I do. First of all, learn that you ain't got to use bar chords. That's the first thing I suggest. You was a roadie. That's cool, Justin. You got Clyde Lampley. It's my favorite band. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, but back to the bar chord thing. Look, first thing I would suggest for you guys that are learning bar chords is learn you ain't got to learn bar chords right off the bat. Learn you a little bitty triad like that. Or if you can make an L, however you make your L, that'll work. But this right here gets you by. Now, let's make an F. Okay, that's an F with a triad. Let's make an F with this bar chord thing. There ain't a dime's worth of difference between how they sound, really. And it's a lot easier to make this or that. That's the way I learned how to make bar chords, fellas. I asked the guy in the bar one night while we were playing. I said, man, how you make them bar chords? Don't worry about the bar chords. Just take out the F and slide it. So that's how I learned to make bar chords. But if you actually want to make bar chords, and you will eventually, you'll have to learn first, guys, to start chording your E shape with these three fingers. Okay? Because when you make this F, watch what happens. You got to do a bar chord with those three fingers anyway. You got to use this shape with these three fingers. So if you start early on practicing this, you know, like with your open E chord or your A minor, even your D. And I don't mean play all the time like that, but start practicing so that you get comfortable shifting that. All right. Now, if you're comfortable and you make your chord that way, look what happens to this finger. It's wide open. It don't matter where I go, unless I go in between frets. It's easy to bar. Now I'm going to take this same shape. Now see, I started making my point finger. Let's do this B minor chord. Okay, y'all see here I'm using this three fingers. What is this? All day long I can bar as long as I learn to plant these fingers first before I attach this bar. Y'all eat grubs? Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know what they eat. A lot of. I'll tell you, for example, what they do over here, guys. Y'all ever seen a pig? I know you've seen a pig. Down here, when somebody has a birthday, they roast a pig. I mean, they roast a whole pig, and they don't waste nothing. They eat the guts, butt, everything, everything. I like the fish. When they'll cook a fish, they'll have the eyeballs looking at you like that. I can't eat them like that. So I try to buy fish steaks whenever I get to a big city if I want fish. Just difference in culture, guys. Stephen Wilson Jr. Oh, wow. Now, classical, guys, I love classical. I just can't play it. Now, yeah, I think it's awesome. But you'll notice even your classical guitarists, guys, y'all watch how they make their chords. All right, they don't do it like we do. I mean, this is their C chord. Because they keep that finger dangling around where they can do stuff with it. And I follow a lot of young musicians that have a lot of, you know, develop develop skills with, you know, the bar chords and playing using this shape. But if you do that, guys, it will help you. That's my tips about bar chords. Yeah, happy someone eats fish eyes when they're hungover. Yeah, oh, down here they eat them all the time, guys. They love that stuff. Fish eye soup. You get a bowl of soup, you got two heads and fish eyes looking up at you. I just ain't able to do it. Now, if I was hungry and starving to death, I probably could. But I found out I'd rather lose weight than eat that stuff. Now, like rice, okay? Guys, they buy rice by the 50 pound. Let me show y'all something. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to do it. Now, right now, there ain't nobody here but me. Uh, and normally it's me and my girlfriend, and before then there were her kids. But this is a rice bag. Okay, look at this container of rice, guys. That's about 20 kilos or pounds of rice. Nothing but rice. Now this is my food, grits. I eat grits like Georgia ice cream. This is my food. But they eat rice 3 times a day over here. I can't do it. I just ain't gonna be able to do it. And I love rice, but since I've been here, it kind of turned me against it. Anyhow, all right, probably enough about food. I ain't never tasted no kangaroo. Probably is good. I don't know. That'd be a good question. I don't know. But guys, like I eat squirrel. Okay, some of you guys probably don't know what a squirrel is. They call them what wood rats down there in the country. I love squirrel. You know, and frog legs. I've eaten frog legs. But they have different, you know, down here they eat the pig's entrails and everything, guys. They eat it all. Now, there used to be a tribe down here, and there still may be in the jungle, you know, further down. They got 7,000 islands here, fellas. Some of them aren't inhabited. Most of them aren't. So they may still have people here that eat dog meat and stuff. Now, in this village, they don't do that. We got more dogs than we got people. But, you know, it's a cultural thing, guys. It's just culture. Hello from former explorer seismic vessel in the Gulf. Wow! Thank you for coming in out there from the Gulf. I hope you guys smooth sailing. Wow, we got an explorer vessel from the Gulf out here, guys. That's so cool. Yeah, I don't like lamb myself either, guys. It has a taste I don't care for. But I mean, if I'm hungry, I'll eat it. You know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Goat. Now I like goat. I've eaten goat. Goat is great. I mean, I like it because they serve it down here in the Philippines too. You might get something with goat in it. And I'll tell you something. The chicken down here is different than the chicken in the States. Now, I don't know about Europe or Canada or the other parts. I can only, you know, my frame of reference is the state. But the chicken down here tastes different because it doesn't have all the steroids and all those additives in it. But even, you know, I get tired of eating chicken after a while, guys. I eat a lot of I eat a lot of grits and stuff like that when I can get them, and pork. Yeah, I love goat milk. I love milk. I'm a milk freak. Those y'all didn't see my refrigerator yesterday. I got about 7, 8 cartons in there. I ain't never had a taco. It might be cool. Uh, what's your favorite food? Oh my lord, man! I love red beans and rice, shrimp, fried shrimp. I love shrimp and grits. I love collard greens, turnip greens, pot liquor, cornbread, all that southern food, guys. You know all that stuff. Yeah, squirrels are good. Now there's a certain time of year you can eat squirrels because they got burrs in the necks. What I heard. Now I ain't never. Yeah, gyros are good too. They've got gyros down here. They taste pretty good. But most of the food in the Philippines I don't eat. Bottom line, guys, I just can't do it. And I love New Orleans food. I love boudin. I love crawfish. I love all them spicy foods. I love Mexican food, guys. You know, we just don't have that down here. The Philippines, for all their Spanish influence, doesn't do Mexican food. They're more influenced by the French with their sugar. All the Filipino dishes tend to overdo the sugar. And if you'll look at the stats from the Department of Health, you'll find out that one of the biggest diseases down here is diabetes because of the sugar intake. It's like Alabama all the time, you know. It's like Alabama. You know, in the summer, Alabama's about 80, or Mississippi, or Florida, or 90s. It gets up hot, but it stays that way all the time here, year round. No, Vegemite, veganite. Do you get? I don't know what veganite is, but guys, I don't even like their vegetables. They eat roots down here, cassava. A lot of foods that I just don't eat. We don't have greens like collards, turnips. It took me a whole day to go find a can of pork and beans. Y'all know what pork and beans are, right? Look at. I didn't mean to turn this into a food tour, but while you're asking, the guitar's there. We'll get back to it. Y'all see my pork and beans? I love, hunts. Yeah, hunts, guys. But I had to go a whole day on a bus to get them. Now these here are instant mashed potatoes, like you would buy a box of potatoes, there in the States. You just add hot water to. Now these come from Manila or somewhere, and that's my potatoes. Uh, and I get cornflakes. American food. Tostados. What are those? Nachos. Uh, Even Lay's potato chips. These cost about $1 a pack, though. Or you probably get them in the States 50 cents or something. And a lot of cookies, guys. I like junk food. And milk. I started off here about a week ago with about 10 or 12 cartons of milk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is that? 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm getting low on milk. I love milk. Anyway, I didn't want to bore y'all with my food, but that's what I eat down here. Yes. Well, relatively speaking, it might be, but guys, the idea of having to go one whole day to buy a bag of potato chips that says Lay's, that's is not exactly going around the corner to the 7-Eleven. $7. Well, I guess I consider myself lucky. I think I paid $4 or $5 here, there in pesos. Thank you for stopping in there, Westing. Thank you, Wrestling fan. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm trying to get this thing out of my way. I put it up here because I didn't have no choice. I don't know where to put it, and it comes right back in the middle of the screen. What is Australian currency, by the way? What do y'all call it? Thank you, Maxwell, for looking at my page and liking it. I appreciate it. Find in find info. Australian dollar, okay. Thank you guys. Y'all have a great day too. And thank you for coming back, those of you that have. Yeah, well, I'm lucky my internet going out. Singing, it's a church. I don't know what day is, but I live right by the church, guys. That's where y'all hear it singing. That building over there, they're in there. It may be, was the day Sunday? I don't know. Let me look. I don't know what day it is, fellas. Saturday. It's Saturday, okay? But they do mass over here several times a week. And so that's one of the groups over there now you hear singing. What's up? And I really appreciate you stopping in as much as you can, guys. It helps me with my view time. I very much appreciate your effort, and I thank you so much. And you guys, y'all have a channel. I will try to follow your channel. And I encourage all the other small creators in here to look at the other channels and find, maybe you'll find something, because that's how we're going to help each other grow, guys. Anyhow, thank you. Any other questions or comments? I guess I ought to get back to music. Let me get a little guitar. I'll try to, I got to find it. I done put it down. And yeah, guys, y'all may hear music from the church next door. Well, you looking for trouble? You come to the right place. Cause I'm bad, but what is bad to the bone? No, my Lord. Fellas, I don't even know what to play anymore. Yeah, sure I can. I don't know if y'all be able to hear it over the church music there, but I'll get it away. Well, the day I start loving you, I'm right back where I really always been. Got all years just long enough to let my old heart mend. And the day I start loving you, yeah. What a fool I was to think I could get by. Let me shut this door, guys. They're getting loud over here. All right. Anyhow, that's country enough for you. Do you know Horseman named? Sure. That's two chords, guys. Off the E minor. Move that finger up, move that other one string down. A lot of guitar teachers suggest you learn that song first because it's an easy chord progression to make. You don't have a lot of, stretching. And it helps you focus on your rhythm and stuff. Yeah. You like it, huh? Well, let's see. I don't know the words. I'll make something up for it. Well, I've been to the desert on a horse with no name. Feels good to get out of the rain. And ain't no one for no pain. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. And that's basically the whole song. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I try to be cool with grits, if they're cold. Anyhow, fellas, if you have any questions or comments, y'all please ask them while you're here because I'm running this live, hoping you guys will interact with me, hoping you will subscribe and like the video, and maybe watch some of my videos on my channel. That's where I get watch time. They say you found somebody new. I don't want no one but you. How can you say we never met? Am I that easy to forget? Before you leave me, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, whatever. All right, what does that say? Popular chord songs. Okay, popular. You mean like rock and roll or what? A Horse with No Name is a pretty, not a Horse with No Name. Layla is a very popular chord progression by Eric Clapton. Or Tears in Heaven, or maybe Sultans of Swing. Those are pretty popular chord progressions. Yeah, can you do a song by the band? I don't know what band you're talking about, but I can do some. Oh, two chord songs. Yeah, here's another two chord song. Y'all ever heard the White Yokel? Guitars and Cadillacs and hillbilly music. play that two chords in any key. It doesn't matter. I'm just doing D and A. If you want to play it in another key, watch this. Now I'm starting in A. If I can sing it A. Guitars, Cadillacs, hillbilly music. Now I'm going to E. Lonely, lonely streets like our home. That's another two chord song. Or another one. Jump a line across Pine Feely Gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see my Chevy Mio. Feel fruit jar at the bar and Miguel. Summer done, we'll have big fun on the bayou. Okay, that's another two chord song. Now here's another one, Tennessee Whiskey. You spend my life in a bar room, if I can find it. Drunk most of the time. Then your love came and saved me, whatever it did. Now that's a B minor, a shortcut for a B minor like this. I can make that quick change fast, so I use this one. Now I'm drunk on your wine. So that's two or three two chord songs for you right there. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate that. I'm really not here to sing for you though, fellas. I'm here to hopefully encourage you guys to play your guitar and see maybe enough to show y'all I know a few chords. That's really all this is about. Any other requests? Before we got on to this, what now? Yeah. Cripple Creek, yeah. Up on Cripple Creek. I think that's on my channel, guys. If I'm not mistaken. I think I did Cripple Creek because somebody asked for it. I don't remember a lick of it now, but I did it. What's another one? Anyway, here's some other popular songs that aren't that easy. You can play them in open chords, aren't that hard. This one, guys, is, I'll try to show y'all where you can see it. That's the opening lick for Layla. Or if you can hit the A and the D. B flat, back to you, D minor. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping in. Thank you so much for your time. Stay safe and peace out, brother. Is anybody else there or am I talking to myself? I can't even tell how many folks is here. Anyhow, guys, if y'all have any questions, please put them down there. That's what I'm here for. Hopefully to get you guys to interact with me. I want my channel to be more about learning, guys, than about performing for you. That's what I want it to be about. And I understand everybody here is not necessarily into guitar. Maybe you're here because you're bored. Maybe you're here because you want to hear music. And I'll try to entertain that notion. But I'm basically here to, promote guitar playing and mainly your playing. Because when you play, you ask me for songs, it helps me improve. And it also helps my watch time on YouTube when I learn them, assuming y'all will go watch the tutorial. All right, that's my motive, guys. That's it. All right, any other questions? Please ask me. Raccoon the Beatles. I don't know Rock Raccoon Beatles. How about this? Well, Joe was a man who thought he was a lover. Get back to real. Or maybe JoJo, get back to an A7D. I don't know the words, but that's the chords to it. Da 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 da. Actually, like this. JoJo was the man who thought he was a lover. Get back to where you stood or came from. Get back, and then you take your A. So get back to where you once belonged. However you want to do it. Get Back was recorded about 19 something. Wow, Bingo, you still there? Wow. Yeah, I don't remember when it was recorded. But that's the Beatles song. I try to learn different riffs because y'all probably get tired of hearing the same old stuff. But I've got Day Tripper on my channel, fellas. If you like Day Tripper, what? I don't remember the riff now. It's on my channel. I did a whole breakdown on it, and I promise it sounds like Day Tripper. Any other questions or comments, fellas? Please ask me while you're here. You guys being here, it means a lot to me, and I want to make it worth your time. And therefore, I would encourage you guys to participate and ask questions. Or even request a song progression if you want. I am worried about scaring the other guy. Oh, Bingo, don't worry about it. He probably just shy. He'll come back. Yeah. And don't worry about it, Bingo. You know, who knows? Maybe you gave him a heart flutter. Who knows? You know, ain't no guy I ever known ever, felt bad about a gal saying hello to him or whatever. You know, look, we made for each other, fellas. Assuming your chain swings that way. Anyhow. Norwegian wood. This bird has flown. I play guitar, but I typically do lead. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate a guitarist stopping in. Wow. That is amazing. Thank you, sir, for being here. I appreciate it. Guys, while y'all, we have a guitarist here. Sounds to me like a real guitarist. Y'all ask questions, fellas, if you got any questions about chords, about how to make a chord or something. I'm sure he'll answer it, or if I can't answer it, he will. You know, that's what I want my channel to be about, fellas, learning. I'm really not here to, perform for y'all, because y'all can watch a lot better performers than me. So, thank you again for being here, young man. I appreciate your time. Norwegian wood. I'm still trying to get down Bohemian Rhapsody. Somebody asked me for that, and I didn't know it when they asked me. But Queens is, there's a pretty good acoustic version you can play. So I'm working on that right now. Yeah. Now the only one you said George Harrison. The only one I know about George Harrison, I believe, is Imagine. Is that George Harrison or Paul McCartney? Anyway, the Imagine, guys. I'm not sure. that Paul McCartney or George Harrison? I don't remember. Mashing on, no heaven, whatever. Yeah, I can show you Proud Mary right here. See, hey. And I use this D. Left a good job in the city, working for the man who only play. I don't have an electric. I can't. I can't play a 12 string because I can't tune it. But wow, yeah, I used to play an electric, guys. I just don't have one now. I hadn't played one in a long time. I gave it away. But Proud Mary, guys, is C to A. And you kind of da 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 da. I missed my leg. D and A, and then I think, Proud Mary, keep on turning, rolling, 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 rolling on. Yeah. John Lennon, my favorite Beatle, he was born in Liverpool. Wow. Yeah. You're welcome. And I hope you'll consider looking on my channel. Maybe I got it up there. That's really where I get watch time credit, fellas. I need y'all to watch my videos worse than a stepchild needs a mom. That's pretty bad. YouTube said go live, get proactive, ask for subscribers, recommend your channel. So that's what I'm doing. And yeah, John Lennon was awesome. All those guys were awesome in their own right. And I think George Harrison was the only one who could play guitar, so they got George because they couldn't play as good as George. I think he was their lead guitarist, if I'm not mistaken. I could be. He used to think it was Ringo Starr, but what's he, the drummer? I don't know. Any other questions or comments, fellas, please ask them while you're here. I really encourage you to. Paul McCartney is left-handed. Wow, I didn't know that. Of course, I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. Let me see. Now, is he the one that did Blackbird? He is. Guys, I'm trying to learn Blackbird. Y'all asked me for Blackbird. And I told somebody I would never play it because it just wasn't a song I cared for. And I don't. But I got so many requests for it, I'm trying to learn it. And here's what I got of it, if any of you guys want to know how to. And you got to go up here 12 to 10, if I can find it. Do that little thing. Then back to your 3. And then you got a little step up. Then to your, I missed it. Wait a minute. Then to your 5th fret A. Then to your 6th. And to your 7th fret, wherever that's at. 5, 6, 7, right here. Back to this. Then you step down. I'm learning it. Yeah. Yeah, guys. My point is, you learn your chords and you can play songs. And that's what I'm encouraging. And I hope to lead by example. I may not be doing a great example right now, But I didn't know Blackbird, guys. I mean, I'm almost 69. I've heard it all my life and never tried to play it. But it kept coming up in these lives, so I thought I'd go take a whack at it. And that's my point, fellas. The more you practice, the better you'll get. I'm doing all right, and I hope you are too. Trying to look, Jay. Is that Jay? Yeah, thank you for stopping in, man, JJ. I'm doing good, and I hope you are too. Here's that little Queen's lick. Yes, you can. No, you can. Yes, you can. What it? That's the part of that Queen's lick I'm learning on the Rhapsody thing. Yeah. What does that say? Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. I got a bunch of ways to go to get good. I'm working on it. And that's what I encourage here, guys, to play guitar, to learn your basic chords. And I focus on older players and beginners like me, I consider myself a beginner, to be honest with you. Now, maybe not playing chords, I've been playing a long time. Actually, I guess the truth of it, I'd be an advanced beginner or an intermediate. I don't know. But as far as music theory, learning all the insides and outs of your triads and all your scales and all that stuff, I consider myself still, in the beginning, a learning stage. Because I don't know all my triad inversions. I don't know how to make all the 12 keys, and I don't know all that. But I'm working on it. The good news is you don't have to know that stuff to play guitar, though. It's the personal choice that you make. What's that GGCO? Cool, Grandpa. TGGCO. At TGGCO. Well, thank you. Can y'all hear those ladies next door over there? Beautiful harmony. I've shut the door, but they're so loud. I'm gonna open the door so y'all can hear. I was over there coming out of that church over there. No, I don't play in the band. I just play down here. We got a lot of folks that play guitar. Some of these Filipinos, the older musicians, some of them are amazing. Some of them can't make a chord half decent. But if anybody comes around and then I decide I want to play, we play together. But I don't have no, not in the Philippines, no. It's me and Trigger and my dogs. Bands are a headache, guys. Bingo, yeah, I'm a little bit late in life to be trying to venture out for a band. But anyhow, yeah, bands require, coordination and focus and a mindset on a same goal. And, like the Beatles, that's what broke up the Beatles, guys. Think about it. They started off great together, but eventually, because their own creative influences or ideology, and, because of their success and human nature, they just went apart. Anyhow, any other comments or questions, please ask them, guys, while you're here, because that's what I'm here for, to get you guys to engage with me, hopefully. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, Bingo. I don't really know that I am. I don't see it, but I appreciate it. I've been told that all my life. I really don't. I can't see it. But anyhow, I appreciate it. This is one by, I've been working on, actually I did a video on it last year. And it was last year now because I did it on TikTok. Galveston. Now, what I did on the video that's so interesting about this is I contend that you don't need to change to this chord. This chord right here sounds real close to this chord. Anyhow. What is it? Then you go. This one, the B7. Now they're getting louder over there. Gypsies, tramps, and thieves. No, I didn't know Dr. Hook died. I didn't know that. Can y'all hear him now? I know you can hear him. Listen. Oh, my God, yeah, I sing with them guys over there when I go to church on Sunday. But anyway, we got some good singers over there in the church group. I can hear them all the way in Denver, Colorado. Lord's work will be done. Yeah, it will. Yeah, guys, and y'all hear they're singing in Visaya or Cebuano. Or, I don't think it's Tagalog. I think down here they're singing Cebuano. But Cebuano, the dialect is all called Visaya or Visayan. And so, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the guys, they're beautiful. They harmonize beautifully. Oh, it's too high for me. Yeah, they do it all day, guys. Yeah. Now, man. Beautiful. They got beautiful harmony. And I sing with them on Sunday, and I've learned some of their stuff. Well, I don't know if they're happy or not, Bingo. They could be. You know, Filipinos have a an amazing resilience. Life is hard down here for them. Majority of Filipinos are poor. Okay, I mean dirt poor. Poor like you can't imagine poor. But they have a remarkable constitution. And they just have an amazing resilience about life. And they're very, down here in this neck of the woods, they're very, I don't want to say religious because I don't want to get no debate started here, but it just happens that the neck of the woods I'm in down here, heavy Catholic influence, and most of the Philippines is that way. And today is actually Saturday. So, you know, they'll do this today, tomorrow. They probably did a couple days earlier this week at the big church in town. But they're beautiful singers. Yeah, very talented. Yeah. Oh, Holy Spirit, Los Santos. Oh, Holy Spirit, God me. I actually sing a little bit of their stuff because I hear it every Sunday. Yeah, they're singing right now, fellas. Morning. This song, Youth. Welcome here, young fella. They're singing a Cebuano spiritual song. I don't know it. I don't speak Cebuano enough. But like I said, I learned some of this because I go there on Sunday with my girlfriend. Now I only go on Sunday. They go 5-6 days a week around here. And I go just because I want somebody to talk to, mainly. Although I don't understand a word of it. So I picked up some of their songs. Is it Tagalog or Cebuano? I'm not sure. Oh, it is actually it's afternoon, so that would be Mang Hapon. That's how they say down in Cebuano. I think in Tagalog is Magandang Hapon. I don't know. I'm having no trouble learning a little bit of this stuff. And good night to you, Jake. Thank you for stopping in, bud. Yeah, they're very religious. They really are. They are, you know. Good night again there, Eric. Thank you for coming in, buddy. Now, maybe they'll stop here in a minute. I mean, because they don't do honky tonk blues and all that stuff. They do. I'm playing the Filipino church choir right now because they're singing and everybody hears them. Just a timing thing. Well, it's knowing that your door's always open and your path is free to walk. Keeps my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your door. Knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, ink stains are dried upon some land. That's it, I guess. That keep you by the back roads and the rivers of my memory, flowing ever gentle on my mind. And I don't know if that's the right chords or not. What? Youth that sounded kind of rude. What did it say? You playing today. What? I missed it. Anyhow. Yeah. I don't think it's working too good. I'm hoping they'll quit here in a minute. But it's Saturday over here, guys. They do this about 6, 7 days a week, and they'll do it again tomorrow and tomorrow night, tomorrow morning, 4 in the morning, early mass, whatever. Anyway, guys, I think I'm fixing to wrap this up. But before I go, I want to do this song again because I hope that by now maybe that person requested this came into the live. Yesterday, somebody said they were in the hospital, their dad or someone was in the hospital, and they wanted to hear On the Road Again by Willie Nelson. And I didn't remember the chord progression, guys, so after I got off here, I went back and learned it. And I want to show y'all that, and just in case that person's on here, I want to play this for you and for your dad, okay? Starts on E, by the way, guys. Now, I can't sing Willie Nelson's music, that's high, but I'm going to do the best I can now. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Life I love is making music with my friend. I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies going down the highway. We're the best of friends. Gypsies spinning life, keep going our way and our way. Ding, 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 ding. And that's how the chord progression goes. Yeah. I just want that person to know that I want to do that for you. And mainly the chords, guys, because I can't sing that high. I have to drop down the octave to try to sing. But it's E, and you can make your G minor easy way. Look at here, 3 fingers. Remember, I did a video on this. If you haven't watched this, you probably should. That's an easy G minor, G sharp minor to be exact, right there. Yeah, he did write crazy. Then it goes, on the road again. Just can't wait to get on to your G sharp minor. Road again. Life I love is making music. Now on music, you go down into your 2nd fret and you do that. Music with my friends. And I can't wait to get on the road again. And you're right back to the progression. Anyway, fellas, that looks to me like I need to wrap it up now. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in, and I hope that you guys will consider watching some of my videos on my channel. That really would help me get watch time. I got a bunch of songs y'all asked for on there, and probably some you didn't. Anyhow, so next time from Record Country down there in the Philippines, peace out, fellas.